apostles and over bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them, that taught us this truth, and Shabbat Shalom. The salutations to all the brothers. I'll push the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. My brother Yahshua, I'm back with a World War III daily update. Shabbat Shalom to you as well. All right, so we're just going to get some wars, rumors of wars, threats, news, and the like. This is Matthew 24:6 in the King James. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. In the NLT, it's you will hear of wars and threats of wars, but don't panic. Okay, so we got rumors, we got threats. We always do this. Okay, reports of wars, threats, reports, rumors, and news. News of battles. Okay, so let's get some of that. I'm going to go to Paul with Off-Grid Desert Farming with Paul and Adrian. This is today, just went off a little while ago. Emergency alert. It is about to happen. Russia gives world last warning, nuclear war imminent. So we'll listen to a little bit of this, let him bring us up, before he starts preaching, without going into the scriptures. All right, you always got to go into the scriptures. All right, so let this Edomite look like Esau himself right there. Let's let him talk. And I don't know, he might be Israelite. I don't know. Doubt it.
Try to go over some of that information this morning really quickly and bring you the latest update on what is happening, and it doesn't look good for the world. So the news came out yesterday. Everybody reported on it. I was going to report on it, but I didn't get the video up. The United States government, Joe Biden, sent the 101st Airborne Screaming Eagles to Romania. He did that just this last week. There are 4,700 soldiers on the border of Romania practicing to fight the Russian army. Now, reports are coming in that these soldiers are actually going to enter Western Ukraine to stop the Russian forces from securing the Polish border and cutting off all of the NATO supplies going into Ukraine. That is the plan, because Russia has announced that they're going to invade that whole western part in about 2 or 3 months with Belarusian troops. They are assembling about 100 to 200,000 soldiers, which will come down from Belarus and cut off the entire region there, the Lviv region, the border with Romania, the border with Poland. That's the area that NATO is shipping in all the weapons to support Ukraine from. So it looks like our Pentagon is going to preempt that and send them in. But first, they have to have a pretext, folks. First, there must be a reason, a pretext to send these U.S. forces into Ukraine. And it's going to be done for humanitarian reasons, what they're saying. But Russia has been telling the world since yesterday, the breaking news that was coming out yesterday was that Sergei Shoigu, the defense minister of Russia, made calls to 4 NATO nations, telling them that Kiev is about to set off a dirty bomb, a small tactical nuke, which will cause a radiation event. And they, Lloyd Austin and Sergei Shoigu, spoke at least 2 times yesterday that Russia has told the leading NATO countries, France, Britain, Germany, and the United States, what Kiev is up to with the support of Western countries, that they're going to set off a dirty bomb, blame it on Russia, and this will give the United States and NATO an excuse to enter the war directly with Russian forces. If you go back to my videos back in February, when Russia first invaded, I told you back then, you'll have to go back to February, about 8 months ago, I told you that NATO was going to eventually get involved in this war, but they needed a pretext, and the pretext is called a false flag. A false flag is when you do something and blame it on your enemy, so then you can respond to that, just like we have done in the past with Saddam Hussein, Muammar Gaddafi of Libya, Bashar al-Assad of Syria, the Gulf of Tonkin, many instances where we used a false flag so we could enter the war or start a war, and this is probably going to be no different. But this is going to happen, folks. It does look like it's going to happen. I had a lot of videos, like I said, a 44-minute presentation last night, and I was almost ready to upload the video. And then when I checked it, there was no sound on the video. It really made me mad, just not checking the mic line. I wasted all that, and you could have had another video. So I'm trying to give you that information here. So let's go ahead and talk about the latest information that Russia is reporting. Russia wanted the whole world to know what was going to happen. So when it happened, they're trying to tell the world that they're not going to do it, but they're going to be blamed for it anyway, folks. When this event happens that I'm about to explain to you, they're going to blame Russia 100%, and this will give the United States and NATO the pretext that they've been looking for to attack Russia with everything that they've got. Now, once this happens, you're going to see a massive attack against Russian forces in Ukraine. And then Russia's going to counterattack. And then the other country's going to counterattack. And it's going to escalate very quickly, I do believe. And this is probably maybe the last warning you're going to get, folks. This might actually happen this week sometime. I don't have a time frame. I'm just reporting the news that's coming in. Redacted is going to be reporting on this in about 2 hours. We have many YouTube channels already picking up the information. I slept in this morning. Sorry, folks, I was tired. So anyway, let's go ahead and get to this news right now. I'm going to show you the latest information coming in from War News 24/7. Russian Army signal imminent nuclear explosion. The radioactivity will cover Poland, red alert on radiation, and CBRN forces. So reporting from War News 24/7 probably be the most accurate and best news source for what is happening in the Ukraine theater and around the world when it comes to military things. This is an emergency update. The Russian Ministry of Defense announced that it has placed the radiological, chemical, and biological protection forces on red alert. That's red alert, folks. This is not yellow alert. It's not green alert. This is red alert. This is the highest alert level for the Russian military units of the radiological, chemical, and biological protection as either the explosion of a dirty nuclear bomb or the firing of a tactical nuclear weapon in Ukraine is imminent. So Russia, since yesterday, the Defense Secretary of Russia, Sergei Shoigu, has told the whole world this is going to happen. And now Russia is placing their radiological military units. That means the chemical weapons, the gas mask. They're getting ready for a radiation event, which will be blamed on Russia. It doesn't really matter who does it, folks. It doesn't matter if Ukraine does it. It doesn't matter if Russia does it. It's all going to be blamed on Russia. 100%. You're going to see Joe Biden come on TV. When this happens, you're going to see the leaders of Europe, NATO, all going to do their press conferences stating that we must react. We must react now and stop this madman Putin, this Hitler, this Putler, whatever you want to call him. We got to stop him because he just set off a nuclear bomb, radiated all of Poland. You're going to see the leaders of the world come together against Russia to destroy Russia. Like I told you over 8 months ago, folks, this has been the plan of NATO, to wipe Russia off the map. And we're probably going to try to do it, folks, which will result in the Third World War, which will result in at least a limited nuclear war. So let's keep on reading.
All right, that's good enough. Let him go over this real quick. Go ahead, Paul.
From the information released by the Ministry of Defense, and unfortunately, Unfortunately, confirmed 100% by War News 24/7, it appears that Moscow believes that Ukraine will detonate a tactical nuclear weapon, as it states that radioactive substances will cover Poland, which is a NATO country, and also spread into the atmosphere at least a distance of 1,500 kilometers. So we're talking about something enhanced, an enhanced bomb. The million-dollar question is now whether Article 5 of NATO will be activated if Poland is infected. Additionally, according to the Russian Ministry of Defense, the Kashhovka Dam and the Dnipro Dam will be blown up by Ukraine. A dirty nuclear bomb or tactical nuclear weapon will be detonated in Kherson. 6 units of the Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant will be blown up. Now, Russia is telling the world that this is going to happen, folks. Russia is saying that Ukraine is going to blow up the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, folks. Why would Russia do that? I want to ask you a question. Why would Russia blow up a nuclear power plant? You have to be a crazy psychopath madman to blow up a nuclear power plant, folks, and release all that radiation.
And that's what the Edomites are. Crazy psychopathic man. All right, anyway, let's go back over that one more time and show, all right, that the prophecies are true. News of battles. That's news. Far away. Okay? Over in Eastern Russia or Eastern Europe, they're talking about a dirty bomb. That's a rumor. This is the news. The news is we got rumors. These are threats. All right? And here's the report. Okay? Rumors, threats, news, reports. We've got all of them. All right? Well, let's get this on the way out. I'm going to keep it short on Monday. It's Revelation 11. You can read it in the Berean. Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past. Behold. Behold means look. Third woe is the Third World War. All right? And everything he's saying goes directly to that. So basically, we're watching the prophecies jump off the page. This is 1 Peter 4 and 7. But the end of all things is at hand. The end of the world as we know it. Okay? Right before the kingdom of heaven is ushered in. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. All right? So with that, we hope that the elect will edify you, brothers and sisters. And with that, we're going to say Shabbat Shalom.